What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to take another look at a fighter by the name of Freddy Miller. Phenomenal fighter. Let's take a look at his career. Now, Freddy Miller had a professional record of 208, 28, 7 with 42 knockouts, with 1 no contest and 4 no decisions. He fought from 1927 to 1940. He won the World Featherweight Championship. His defining fights was a 15-round victory over Neil Tarleton on September 20th, 1934, which earns him worldwide recognition as featherweight championship. Other notable fights was a 10-round victory of Baby Arizmendi, 10-round victory, Speedy Dato. Speedy Dato was a very good Filipino fighter. Defeated him. 10 rounds. Chalky Wright, 10 rounds. Chalky Wright would be a featherweight champion. Panama Al Brown, he would be a bantamweight champion. And 15-round victory over Petey Cerrone, he would be a featherweight champion. Petey Cerrone lost the title to Henry Armstrong. Chalky Wright lost the title away from Willie Pep. Baby Arizmendi had wars with Henry Armstrong. These are all dynamite fighters. As you can see here, Freddy Miller, he won 71 of his first 75 fights, successfully defending his featherweight crown 5 times in 13 months. Stopped just once in 248 bouts. Phenomenal. We're just going to briefly go through his career a little bit here. He stood 5 foot 5 inches. He's 126 pounds. He was born April 3rd, 1911, Cincinnati, Ohio. His nationality was German American. And you just see here briefly, 1927 knockouts of Billy Bonds. Second round, Chester Dorn, 4 rounds. Bulldog Fisher, 1 round. 1928, Lightning Wells, 2 rounds. Eddie Jackson, 5 rounds. Young Fisher, 2 rounds. King Cole, 8 rounds. Kid Hitchman, 3 rounds. Just to give you an idea. Al Dundee, that was a good victory. That was a very good victory. Phil O'Dowd, very nice. 1929, Cecil Payne, January 1st, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. January 23rd, Johnny Brown, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. And this goes on and on. You can see all victories. Eddie O'Dowd, Midget Mike O'Dowd, fought him twice here, as you can see, 10-round victories. Steve Smith fought him twice in 1929, 10-round victories. 1930, Willie Mitchell, January 1st, Cincinnati, Ohio, knocked him out in 4 rounds. January 29th, Bushy Graham, Cincinnati, Ohio, 10-round draw. Very good. September 4th, Babe Ruth, Columbus, Ohio, not the baseball player, defeated him in 10 rounds. Johnny Farr. I'm sure you've heard his name several times of some of the fighters that I talked about. Johnny Farr is a very good fighter. October 2nd, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. Fought Johnny Farr again, November 13th, Cincinnati, Ohio. This time he lost in 10 rounds. Babe Ruth again, Louisville, Kentucky, knocked him out in 2 rounds. That was on December 8th. 1931, all fights won by him, except for Bat Ballino, July 23rd, Cincinnati, Ohio. He lost in 10 rounds, featherweight title bout. Bat Ballino was an outstanding fighter. Very good fighter. Remember his wars with the Fargo Express. Very good fighter. Tommy Paul, another good fighter. August 31st, Buffalo, New York, lost in 10 rounds. Lou Feldman, December 11th, New York City, 8-round victory. Ray Myers, December 21st, New York City, defeated him in 8 rounds. These are all very good fights. 1932, Johnny Dato, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. That was on January 13th. January 27th, battling Ballino again, Cincinnati, Ohio, no contest, 3 rounds. And as you can see, he had a very, very large career. Frankie Wallace, June 22nd, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. 1933, Tommy Paul, that was January 13th, Chicago, Illinois, defeated him in 10 rounds and won the NBA Featherweight Championship. Baby Arizmendi, February 24th, Los Angeles, defeated him in 10 rounds. Speedy Dato, right after that fight, March 21st, Los Angeles, defeated him in 10 rounds. Cecil Payne, very good fighter. April 4th, Los Angeles, defeated him in 10 rounds. Wow, these are very good fighters here. He had a great year. Look at his record. Or if nothing else, look at his schedule. June 12th, Baby Arizmendi, San Francisco, lost in 10 rounds. See, it doesn't impact you until you really learn about the fighters that he's fighting. Then you'll understand. September 1st, Lou Feldman, Cincinnati, 10 rounds. Lou Feldman again, Brooklyn, 10 rounds. That was November 14th. Fascinating. Sammy Levine, Chicago, December 20th. 10-round victory. That was for a title bout. Actually, I'm sorry, that wasn't a title bout. The title bout was Baby Arizmendi and Speedy Dato. 1934, title bout. January 1st, Jackie Sharkey, Cincinnati, Ohio, defeated him in 10 rounds. Roger Bernard, Flint, Michigan, defeated him in 10 rounds. That was January 15th. I'm just skimming through here. May 29th, Baby Casanova, very good fighter. Actually, a very, very good fighter. Los Angeles, defeated him in 10 rounds. Tommy Paul, Los Angeles, lost on a foul in 2 rounds. That was June 19th. Benny Sharkey, October 8th, Newcastle. Knocked him out in 2 rounds. I'm just double checking something here. Al Brown, December 24th, Paris, defeated him in 10 rounds. That's Panama Al Brown. 1935, look at all the fights that he had. Phenomenal. Look at 35. Look at that schedule. Fought once a week. Once a week, consistently. You're not going to find a schedule like this. This is phenomenal. Eddie Zivick, Pittsburgh. He was one of the 5 Zivick brothers. September 9th, defeated him in 10 rounds. Paul Lee, Indianapolis, 10-round victory, October 11th. This is fascinating. You're not going to see things like this anymore, unfortunately. (1936), January 6th, Baby Casanova, Mexico City, lost in 10 rounds. January 15th, Johnny Pena, another good fighter, lost in 10 rounds. That was in Oakland, California. January 28th, Cecil Payne, Seattle, Washington, defeated him in 10 rounds. Bobby Gray, another good fighter, February 11th, San Jose, California, knocked him out in 1 round. Petey Cerrone, March 2nd, defeating him in 15 rounds. Fascinating. Look at this. This is crazy. All in 1 year. Wow. 1937. Look at the schedule. This doesn't stop. These are like once a week fights. Some are going 10. Some are going 15. Look how many times he fought Petey Cerrone. Johannesburg, 10-round victory, and he lost in 12 rounds for the Featherweight Championship. And that's how Petey Cerrone got his Featherweight Championship. And then he lost it to Henry Armstrong in 1936. Petey Cerrone lost the 12-round title bout because he tried to regain it. This was when Henry Armstrong gave up the title. Fascinating. Leo Ruddock, Washington, D.C., lost in 15 rounds, 1938. For 1939, fascinating. I just wanted to give you an overlook of Freddie Miller. Fascinating fighter, Hall of Famer. So I got to place him in my Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. This is Scrapbook Boxing. Salute to my subscribers. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Peace.